Xin chào cả nhà. Thế là Alexander Yates, and I'm here at our office at 4 Today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about plagiarism. Hôm nay thầy sẽ xin phép nói viết English một chút. Lúc nào thầy nói bằng tiếng Anh thì sẽ có phụ đề xuất hiện ở dưới bằng tiếng Việt. Nhân viên rất là vui, thầy muốn nói có phụ đề. Every nhân viên mà cần phải làm phụ đề. Super happy about that. Thầy có một nhìn góc vào việc đạo văn khá là đặc biệt. Vì trước khi thầy đã xong ở Việt Nam, thầy đã làm một giáo sư ở 2 trường đại học của Mỹ, dạy môn academic writing. Và trong kinh nghiệm của thầy thì thầy cũng có feeling rất là mạnh về plagiarism. The first thing I want to clear up with everybody is, what is plagiarism? Thầy sẽ làm cho nó đơn giản nhé. Anytime you're using somebody else's idea or somebody else's words and you are presenting them as yours, that is plagiarism. And I want to be not scary, but I want to speak very directly that plagiarism is a problem. Nobody should ever be plagiarizing. Plagiarism is very, very easy to avoid. But first of all, why shouldn't we do it? When I read an essay and I detect plagiarism, and I promise you, biết một học sinh đang đạo văn thì thực ra là quá dễ. And when a student uses plagiarism, they immediately in my class are failing that essay, and they run the risk of failing the course overall. In fact, I went to a university called the University of Virginia, and các nhân viên là nice news for you. Let's put a graphic. University of Virginia. Bing! It's a great school. They have something there called the honor code, which means that if you violate the honor code even once, including plagiarism, you fail out of the entire university. All schools take plagiarism very seriously. It will never help your academic success if you have plagiarism in one of your essays. How do you avoid plagiarism? By citing your sources. So let's say you're writing an essay about climate change. There's an idea that you find really interesting. You want to include it in your essay. You absolutely should, right? Put it in your essay. But you need, whenever you have an idea that comes from someone else, whenever you have information or statistics or a theory or a newspaper article or a blog, you need to cite your sources. When you cite your sources, what you're doing is you're showing me how much work you've done. You're showing me that you've researched. But if you do the same thing, right? Let's say you include the same information, but you don't cite your source. You give me the opposite feeling as your teacher. You give me the feeling that you have been lazy. You give me the feeling that you're trying to just copy and paste from other sources and pretending that it's your own work. And I have to be honest, as a professor, there was nothing that bothered me more. There's nothing that irritated me more than when students would do that. Especially because avoiding plagiarism is the easiest thing in the world. So one, if you read something that you really want to include in your essay, it is important that you do not include the same sentence word for word in your essay unless you put it in quotes, which means it comes from someone else, and then cite. I got this sentence, I got this conclusion, I got this theory from paper A or paper B or paper C, right? If multiple different papers are saying the same thing, so you can put the idea into your own words, which is absolutely valid, but then you should also in your essay say where I got this idea from. Let's be realistic. We know that a university student who's maybe a freshman or a sophomore, and they're writing an essay about a subject that they've just started to explore, we don't expect you to have suddenly your own brand new theory where you're suddenly the one who cracked climate change. You figured out how to fix climate change. We don't expect every idea in the essay to be original. We know that you're going to do research as professors. What we need you to do is just tell us where you've done that research. It's like a math problem. Show your work. And if you show your work, if you cite your sources, you will never get in trouble for plagiarism. That's one. Another question I get asked about plagiarism is, well, what about other tools that aren't research-based? What if I use Grammarly? Is that plagiarism? Almost every school will allow you to use tools like that, but you should be aware that in some cases, an AI-powered tool like Grammarly that's fixing your grammar can trigger AI detection software, which will indicate to the school that you're using AI. It might not indicate which one you're using, but that could be a flag. But that is a separate issue from plagiarism. I know it's a little bit complicated. If you have any questions about plagiarism, go ahead and put them in the comments beneath this video, and I can come in personally and I would be happy to answer them. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.